Hi! I thought I'd show you a quick tip for sharing your node graph with another user or colleague without sending them the project file or anything else. We'll convert it to text and then you can send it through email. It's really simple to do. So right here I have a Fusion project. You can see I have a Fusion composition right here. It has a camera orbiting around some three-dimensional text. So if I go over to Fusion here, we can see that indeed the camera is orbiting around the text share. So let's say that I wanted to share this with a colleague, but I don't want to send them a copy of the project. One of the reasons I might not want to share the project file with them is because of a difference in versions between the Resolve version that I'm using and the Resolve version that my colleague is using. So we can just activate the node editor down here. You can see the red line there indicating the active window is the node editor. I will hit Command A on the Mac or Control A on Windows to select all of my nodes. And then I will press Command C on the Mac or Control C on the Windows to copy all of that into the clipboard. Or I could go up to the Edit menu here and say Copy. Once I've done that, I can then email this to a colleague because Resolve has converted it to text. So here we'll imagine that my text editor is an email application. I can now paste that with Command V on the Mac and Control V on Windows. Now you can see it's converted that node graph into text. Now I'll switch over to an empty project in Resolve by using the Switch Project feature right here to this empty project. You can see the project is indeed empty. It has no timeline. Coming back to our node graph area here, I'll switch back to my editor and I'll hit Command A on the Mac or Control A on Windows to select all of the text. Then I'll hit Command C on the Mac or Control C on Windows to copy it to my clipboard. Now I come back to my node graph, make sure it's active with this red line here. I press Command V on the Mac or Control V on Windows. It's now taken that text and pasted it from the clipboard into the node graph, and by doing so has converted it back into the node graph that I originally copied to the clipboard. We can see that when I press the spacebar to play it back, my camera is orbiting my text just like it did in the original. You'll also notice if we open the media pool, I now have a timeline in there. So we go over to the edit page and we can see here is indeed a timeline and I can play back the completed project. If your Fusion graph references media such as stills or clips that are not part of Resolve, you'll need to provide those to the recipient of your node graph for it to work. They can just add that media to their media pool and everything should work just fine. So that's it. I hope this helps someone out there. If you like the video, please click like. Helps other folks on YouTube find it. And until the next video, take care.